Both of my girls are back in the shop once again. It's been a minute since the last lined these two up, and it's also been a minute since I last worked on the E36. Let me give you guys a little update. You can already tell there's no rear bumper. Why? Because I pretty much damaged the rear bumper in drifting. Broke the tab right there, right here, that holds the bumper together. And yeah, kind of like you see what's going on here. The exhaust heat shield is pushed in. My muffler that used to be right here fell off. I still have it in the trunk. But yeah, this is all from drifting. I spun out and the rear end went into like a little hill or ditch, and yeah, man, broke the tab. Muffler came off and the heat shield thing. But I've been running the car bumperless for a while now because of the tab, and I kind of like it without the rear bumper, except this spare tire well. I don't like the look of it. Just the portion you can see on this side where the exhaust comes out. I don't like that look. You know, I mean, if this was like extended all the way out here, then I'll be okay with it. But yeah, I don't like this, and I'm gonna get rid of it. I'm gonna just chop it off right there. Another reason why I want to chop it off is that so there's more room for me to work with under the cars. Like I really need access to the diff, or you know, I can pretty much see the diff without having to check up the car too high up. And yeah, it just makes things easier. Eventually, once I start getting serious with drifting, I'll probably have to tube the rear end or something. I mean, I know in the future I'll probably smash the rear end. Knock on wood, though, even though it's not even wood. But yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing today, is to delete the spare tire well, and along with the battery tray as well, battery well, I guess you want to call it. Yeah, and this is actually a perfect time to install my rear bash bar. I ordered it a while back, and every time when I order something, it's just sitting there collecting dust for what, a few months until I get my hands on it. But I've just been holding off on installing the bash bar because I want to cut the trunk off first and do the bash bar at the same time. But yeah, so we're gonna try to get those two done today, and hopefully I can get it done today. If not, we'll have to resume it the next day or so. But it's my only day off today, Thursday, so, and Sunday like a family day. But yeah, we got a lot to do, so we'll be chopping the rear spare tire well and a battery. And then as you can see, my tire is completely bald. It's like I'm on the slicks or something. It's starting to show the wires. So luckily I have the spare tire right here that I just purchased yesterday on Facebook Marketplace, and they're both 17s, and it's about the same width as these ones. So yep. I mean, the tires, the wheels, I bought a whole set, wheels and tires. It was cheap, and then I wanted to get some spare wheels as well, just in case I damage this one. As for the front, still good, so we're gonna leave it at that. But yeah, guys, so we got a lot of work to do. So this is gonna have to get deleted and rerouted too. These are the line for the charcoal canister. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do it yet. I'm pretty much just winging it as I go along. But yeah, guys, so let me go ahead and get my tools ready, bring out the bash bars, and then we can get started cutting the spare tire well. This is my vibrant muffler that used to be on there. Now it's just kind of in a rough shape. My diffuser though, I don't think I can reuse this anymore. This is gone. It's gonna go in the trash. Kobe. This is what we're gonna be working with. Don't mind the trunk. I mean the spare tire well. It's disgusting. but this is all gonna go. So I've seen a few videos where everybody says to cut like around here, because behind on the other side there's another layer of steel, so we don't want to cut through there. I think these are, you can see this little dimple right here and there and there. These are like spot welds, so you kind of want to cut below here so you don't cut off the spot welds, because that's what's holding up the other sheet of metal on the other side. So it's kind of like go below, and I guess you can go above here. There's no spot welds here, so you can kind of go above it. The main one is the one towards the front of the car. Everything else you can cut. The battery compartment is gonna go as well. I purchased like a cutout for the battery and the spare tire well, so it kind of saved me time from, you know, making my own. I can't have this car be down for too long, because I'm trying to get it I'm trying to go drifting pretty much every Saturday, so I don't want this to be down until I get the S13 completely street legal. I don't know what I'll do with the blue lines yet. Probably cap it off somewhere. I'm gonna start marking where I will be cutting, and then we'll just go from there. I might just leave this as is, just gonna be cutting only the battery compartment side. Alright, so first thing first, we're gonna be removing this, and what you want to do is just disconnect the connector here, which I've already done it. I mean, I never had the connector connected in the first place, so once you get that disconnected, you want to just snip this off, the clamp right here, and you can just pull out the blue lines. As for this, I'll see if I can pull it off from here. If not, then I'll try go underneath and disconnect it from there. But on the other side, there's this little cover here. So what you want to do is just unscrew it, 10mm bolts, and there should be that black line that comes up here, and you can probably disconnect it from there. Alright guys, so I followed this black pipe that comes from the trunk, and it comes all the way up to behind the tires. Let me just turn up right there so you can see right there. It seems to me like it's some kind of like a pipe that let out some moisture or something, like a ventilation. But yeah, it's pretty much like a plastic pipe, so it's holding on by some Phillips screws. So just unbolt that, and you can probably pull it back. As for the blue line, you probably have to disconnect from this end and pull it out. Alright guys, so my bad, you didn't even have to go under the car to disconnect this black pipe. It came off pretty easily. It's just pull it off, gently pull it off, and it'll just slide right off. So as for the blue lines that you connect here, all you gotta do is just snip this off and just pull them off. So easy peasy. As for these lines, you just go under the car and yank it out from there. Alright guys, so I just got the battery out. I should have done that in the first place, so don't do what I just did. Do as I say, not as I do. You feel me? So as you can see, that's another reason why I wanted to cut this part off, because it's starting to rust, and it's surface rust on the main rail as well. So luckily it's just surface rust, but it will eventually start to eat its way into the main core of the metal. So yeah, it's good to just start tackling now before it gets worse, you know. There we go. And then we got one more, just black pipe. This comes right off. Just like that. See, easy peasy. Now we just gotta unhook it from here. So yeah, the reason why I wanted to unhook the blue lines from in the trunk, because there's so much you gotta go through. There's a connector right there, and there's another connector up. Well, you gotta snip that clamp off, but it's easier just to get it off from the other side. Because right here, what I'm thinking of doing is probably cap off one of the lines, and then the other line maybe just circulate it somewhere. I don't know, but I'll definitely have to look into it. That's why I don't want to snip off right there, because I'm still going to be reusing this part of the line. So as for this black one here, I have no use for it. Just going to remove and dispose it. There you have it, guys. So this black pipe is out, just a Phillips screw right there. And yeah, like I said, I'm probably just gonna leave this as is for now. I'll just start cutting the spare tire well first, and I'll figure out how to route this. I know one of them is gonna be capped off, and one of them is gonna be vent to atmosphere. So I'll figure it out last. This is the least of my concern. So the main task is just to get this trimmed off. I also have the rear slightly raised on the lift, just so I have enough room to go underneath and do some cutting or whatever I gotta do. Okay, so I got everything marked up and ready to start cutting. Let me just show you guys what I just did. So like I said earlier, there's spot welds right here. I filled it in with some black Sharpie so you guys can see where the spot welds are. So I guessing about an inch. I'm gonna be cutting about an inch lower from the spot weld. Once you get past here, this last spot weld, you can just start cutting from like right here and then up, and just going along the brims right here and coming on outside. I'm just pretty much following from the driver's side, going all the way to the passenger. And for right here, again, just copying what's on the driver's side. Don't mind my rough sketches, but yeah, this is how it's going to be for this driver's side, passenger side. The right side, and again, I'm just following the same thickness as this, going around to the battery compartments, and pretty much this whole thing is gonna get cut off. Just be careful from the underside here. There's overfill, I guess overfill tank up here. You can remove it, but I kind of don't want to because it's too much work. But like I said, just do as I say, not as I do. So remove the tank for like safety reason, but I don't think I have to. I don't think the grinder is gonna go anywhere higher than that, but there'll be sparks coming up. But like I said, it's too much work for me right now. It's coming in from the inside, and pretty much once I cut off right here, and then you're gonna go up a 90 degree, so it's gonna come up, and then you start following along from the very top of the tray. And then I stopped here because this is where this is gonna end. So hopefully this outside lines up with this. If it doesn't, it's not the end of the world. We can always fix it up. So it's not perfect. I'm not trying to make it perfect because it will get filled in with the plates here, so it's not going to be seen unless you're looking under the car or something. But yeah, at this point I think we're ready to start cutting. Hopefully everything goes well. All right, looks like we're all set. Got my gloves, face shield, and grinder. Let's take a good look one last time of the spare tire well, because in about 10 minutes or so there'll be no more spare tire well. Alright guys, so it's been a little bit more than 10 minutes, but I think I pretty much cut all around and it's ready to be dropped. But let me show you guys again where I made the cut and how I made the cut. So pretty much going across, up from here, going around. And the one thing that I forgot to point out is this. You can see on this rail here, I actually cut over it. So when I did the mark out here, I was just pretty much eyeballing from out here. But you want to start maybe cut from the inside so you know where it exits, and then you just go from there. But yeah, I did kind of notch the frame a little bit, but it's no big deal. It's just a small notch. I can just spot weld it back or something. But yeah, so this is outside. You can see it's almost fully off. All I gotta do is just stomp this down and it should come apart. It should fall down. And going around, the hardest part was probably the battery compartment here, because there was not enough space inside here to cut around. But for this side, I pretty much just cut from the outside. And going around here, obviously it's not lined up, but yeah, and this post here is in the way, this frame, so it's not perfect. I did kind of went off track, but I'm not trying to aim for perfection, just want to make sure I get it cut all around and then I can just touch up later. But so we'll just knock this down and then do the touch up. See any more like just pretty much grinding off all the sharp edges, so I don't get my hand cut. One more thing. So there you have it, guys. The spare tire well is finally off, and let me tell you, it looks a lot cleaner without it. Wow, this thing is quite heavy too. It's about, let's say close to 15 pounds, maybe 15. Well, 15, 20 pounds I would say. But yeah, dude, look, so much room. This is what I was talking about. I did a kind of notch right here on the right side, but it's no big deal. And I can easily just spot weld it back on, grind them off, and then yep, should look like the other side. It's not that hard. It just time consuming, it's tedious work, and you can look at my heat shield. Damn, it's just gonna come off though. But yeah, like I was saying, it's a tedious job. You just gotta take your time, and like I said, we're not aiming for perfection. We just want to make sure that we cut where we're supposed to cut and not where we're not supposed to. So if that makes sense. Just take your time, man. Do your measurements right. This is not a game of rush, you know. Like, it's all about doing it right, doing it safe, and that's all it is. So what I'm gonna do next is just, as you can see, there's still some overhangs here that I gotta take care of. So these are gonna get all grinded down anyway, make it look nice, and then we can slap on the bash bar in the back. Alright gangs, so all of the sharp edges are now sanded down, grinded down, it's all smooth, so I can keep my hands. What was I gonna say? So I went around with some etching primer on the exposed metal parts, just so there's no rust in the future. So I kind of went all the way around from underneath, and you can see this white marks here and on this side. Yeah, mainly in the battery compartment side, because there's like a surface rust everywhere. But yeah guys, look, there's a lot of room. I kind of like it like this, but at the same time I know it's not ideal. Debris and stuff can get in it, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the plates, the cutout for spare tire well and the battery tray. There's two ways to install this panel, like I said. Number one, rivet. Two, weld. You choose. I'm gonna do the weld, but I'm probably not gonna be able to weld this today because I'm kind of low on welding gas. I don't think I'll be able to finish it. I don't want to start something and then not finish it. I'd rather start knowing that I will finish. Just want to give you guys the look from the underside. You can see the panels. It's not too bad, not too bad. You guys remember the two blue holes that used to connect here? So one of the blue holes, this is the other end of it. This is the connector side, the one with like the connector on it. So this one actually runs to the front of the car under the hood. So it goes through somewhere around here or inside the car, and it comes out to right here. It's this blue hose right here, and it runs all the way under over. Let me just turn up this brightness. You can see the blue run right there, and it goes up into like a little charcoal canister or something. I already had that deleted, so this blue hose is pretty much just staying there. It's not going anywhere, not connected to anything. So this can be removed, but I'm just gonna leave it as is. As for the other rubber hose right there, this one goes inside overflow or overfill tank behind this wheel well. Can't really see it, but it's up there where the cap is, the fuel cover. But yes, behind there, it's just pretty much this is the one that, let's say there's a lot of like pressure inside a tank, or if you overfill it, pretty much it just releases the pressure in there, and that pressure that gets released from the tank, it goes through this hose and then cycle inside this little guy right here, and then from the other one, this hose that comes out through here, and that runs all the way down with that charcoal canister thing, and then it gets recycled into the intake manifold. Oh, check out the tires, man. It's like I'm running slicks or something. It's hard to show the wires now. So a lot positive camera wear though, because this side is more of the negative camera wear. I have no idea. The alignments are kind of off now because the steering wheel is not straight anymore, and I definitely need to go to alignment shop and get it realigned again. Same goes for the S13. Pretty much everything is done except for the alignment. Then I can get safety, registration. Then this car is street legal. I can take it out, go slide, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, sorry guys. I wanted to get this done in one video, but I guess I'm gonna have to make part 2 to finish this up, to weld the plates onto the chassis. So stay tuned for part 2. Chee-hoo!